Alright, y'all boys, you know what it is. We back with a part 2. We gonna talk about 10 more anime. At the end, we gonna rank them all in the tier list. Let's get it. When it comes to perfection, memorability, and pure creativity, Steins Gate gets a S, an A+, whatever rank you want to give it based on any tier system. It's just perfect. It's like the LeBron of time travel anime, in my opinion. Only 2 time travel animes I could think of that are pretty top tier that'd be Erased and Steins Gate, and I put Steins Gate over Erased, kind of, maybe. I don't think I've ever seen anyone watch Steins Gate and say they haven't enjoyed it. If you're one of those people, comment so I could hate, please. At first, I just thought the main character was like schizophrenic, but nah. After like the first few minutes, I understood he was like a scientist. A self-proclaimed madman scientist dude. The anime does a pretty good job at getting you immersed in the story, and without spoiling too much, the introduction of time travel was just perfect. 10 out of 10. It may feel like it started off slow, but there was a certain episode where everything just peaked and it just started getting crazy. I was addicted. I couldn't stop watching, bro. When it comes to new anime, recently there hasn't been many that have caught my attention like Dawn to Dawn. Sadly, it's a new anime, so I gotta wait for the next season. The first 12 episodes, I enjoyed it so much. There hasn't been any moments where it's been like, I don't want to watch that. I want to skip through this now. What's kind of crazy is they had that weird ass alien abduction scene, and these niggas is like 15, 16, bro. It's kind of crazy, but you know, Besides that, the first episode was fire. If you just start watching, after you get past that, now you're gonna enjoy it. I really fucked with the Turbo Granny transformation. I haven't seen any transformation like that for real. The good mix with comedy, the personality change, I hate my life, I want to kill my parents type shit. I'm not going to get too much into details since it's a new anime. There really wasn't any episodes I did not like. To be honest, at first I wasn't fucking with Gigi, but after seeing some more, I also read some of the manga. He isn't that much of a bad guy, he's not that bad. It's definitely another anime I can't wait to see the end of. Overall, I'd have to say Dawn to Dawn's a cool 8 out of 10. I feel like the rating could increase depending on how the next season is, or it could decrease, who knows. To be honest, I don't see many people showing Cowboy Bebop that much love. I know it's definitely a very loved anime, but I just don't see it as much as I see like all the other ones. Me personally, I really enjoyed it, and I want to go back and rewatch it when I got time. The idea of being a space traveler who collects bounties is just such a good idea. What makes it a breath of fresh air is the main character isn't sitting here using hockey, shuriken, nen. He's just using his fucking fists, feet, using acrobatics, and a gun. A Glock. They may be living in a futuristic world, but he still toes the Glock, bro. I don't know why, but anime like Cowboy Bebop, Black Lagoon, just anime where they're not using like overpowered superpowers. It's just a breath of fresh air. I don't know why. If you haven't watched Cowboy Bebop, just close this video out. Go watch it right now. Watch all 12 episodes. If you don't, I'm gonna... Alright, so I'm assuming you guys watched it. Overall, I'd have to give Cowboy Bebop a 9.5 out of 10. It's just, yeah. It's not 10, but it's just there. It's almost there. Now Chainsaw Man. Another anime that I guess you could say is new, and it's definitely climbing up there to be one of my favorites. It's definitely in my top 10, and it could be top 5 depending on the day. The main character is cool and all, but one of the characters I really fuck with is Power. I don't know why, the blood abilities is just cool, being able to pull a fucking mallet out of blood. All the blood shit's kind of cool. Real life it'd be kind of nasty, but seeing it in anime it's kind of cool. But overall, my favorite character in the whole show, Makima. I already read the manga, finished it. I'm not gonna spoil anything, I won't say nothing, but she's just tough, that's all. What I really like about Denji though, is a lot of you internet niggas are able to relate to him. Him and Sanji are damn near on the same level when it comes to thirstiness. I might even put Denji above him. Actually, I don't know. Sanji deadass had a nosebleed and was sitting out for a whole arc because of a fucking nosebleed when he saw mermaids at that. I don't even think I'd be turned on by a fucking mermaid, bro. Like, do mermaids even have a mermaidices? Like, where do you even put it in? Alright, we not think about that. Fuck that. Not gonna lie though, the anime was pretty good, and I can't wait to see when it's finished. The manga was just too good. Oh, too good. I don't personally care for the movie that's coming out that much. Maybe it could be good, I don't know. But I want to see everything after that, definitely. Overall, I have to say it's a 9 out of 10 so far. Probably will be 10 out of 10 by the time it finishes. Mashle, Magic, and Mushrooms. This one here I only watched because the opening was tough as fuck. I ain't gonna lie, I just seen the opening on YouTube. I was like, what is this? I was like, oh, this shit kind of tough. What's it about? Whole time openings on season 2. I ended up watching a whole season just to get to the opening. It's not a bad anime whatsoever, but compared to others I've seen, I can't say it was the most attention grabbing. Some points it was funny. Sometimes I felt like it was too hard to be funny. Sometimes it was just boring. but like majority of the time it was interesting. The fights, I fucked with the fights. There wasn't fights I really didn't like. Basically the story is about a super strong kid slash man with a bowl cut. He has no magical powers in a world where magic is everything. Basically you get treated like fishmen if you don't have magical powers. You get death threats and everything, but mashle makes up for not having magic by his insane strength. When I say insane, I mean this nigga could fly by just kicking his legs. As of right now, there's only 2 seasons. I finished them, but I'm just curious to see how the third plays out. Overall, I'd give it 7.5 out of 10. The third season could make it an 8, 9, who knows. Devilman Crybaby released in 2018. That's like 6-7 years ago. I guess you could say it's new, maybe not. I don't know what your consideration of new anime is. I really enjoyed the story so much, especially, you know, I love my short animes. It's so hard to talk about without spoiling though. But basically our main character, Akira, reunites with his best friend and he ends up becoming Devilman and fights against demons. I ain't gonna lie, the ending was so sad and it caught me off guard. I placed it up there with the School Days ending as like the craziest endings. Might be the top 2, the only 2 up there. But call me a bitch all you want. I may or may not have shed a tear to the ending of this one. I low-key want to rewatch it, but it's hard to rewatch these type of animes because like you already know what's gonna happen, like to the extent of like the ending. I don't know, it's just like, it's weird. It's all around perfect story that didn't need any more episodes, and it was perfect with the 12, I think it was. Overall, I'd give it a 10 out of 10, and everyone has to watch it. Usually when anime tries to be funny, it doesn't really make me laugh that much. It's usually the same generic things, but Black Lagoon might have some of the funniest moments when it comes to anime. I know many people out there don't fuck with dub, but that's how I watch all my anime. Unless it's a can type shit, but like for Black Lagoon, in my opinion, it has one of the greatest dubs in the world. But long story short, the story follows a businessman who ended up getting kidnapped while on a boat on a job working for these business niggas and shit. They ended up returning him, but I forgot like what it was for. It was either money or some item. Like I think it was like a disc, USB, CD. It was some information, but he ended up realizing, yeah, I don't like working as a legit businessman. I kind of want to be a criminal. I kind of want to get my hands dirty. I want to sail the seas and find the One Piece. So he ends up joining their crew, and they ended up going on some cowboy beebop type missions and shit. One of my favorite parts of the whole anime was the whole maid arc, when like Roberta pulled up and she was just on her fucking crazy timing, military fucking secret agent time, and shooting niggas down, shooting grenades, the rocket launchers, pulling up with a briefcase with a machine gun in it. Like, I ain't gonna lie, the priest girl, undercover FBI agent, whatever she is, she's pretty cool. I really like the scene where they pulled up to the church trying to light shit up, but they were standing on business. What I really liked is how the main character is just a regular dude, and you could see over time how like this criminal shit affects him, and he's not really made out for it, but he really wants to be involved. Like, bro was sitting here behind the scenes trying to pull strings to change the outcomes of certain events. Definitely one of those animes I gotta recommend. It keeps you excited on your toes at all points. But overall, I gotta say, it's not a bad anime that you could start with. Overall, I'd say it's an 8.5 out of 10, maybe a 9 on a good day. We'll stick with 8.5. Durarara. The way I found out about this anime was seeing the opening on YouTube as well. I could tell it was a little older from the style, but something about it I still wanted to watch. This is the first anime I've seen that you could say it has like multiple main characters. They damn near follow 10 people around throughout the whole story. They all play key roles in the story. It's not like they're unimportant. They're all important. It's hard to really explain this anime as there's so much going on, but as I can understand, the main story follows a kid by the name of Mikado. I think that's his name. And he's basically warned by his friend Masaomi about a group called the Dollars, which whole time Mikado's the leader of. And I don't really know if this is a spoiler, but Masaomi's also a leader of another rival gang, I guess you could say. I don't really know how to describe it for real. Like, it's just, there's so much going on. It's definitely an anime I'd say you could watch from time to time if you're bored. Throw a couple episodes on, maybe just let it go on in the background, listen to it. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's like one of the best animes, but I'd say like if you need something to watch, it's cool. It's not bad. You might not watch all of it. There's like 4 or 5, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how many seasons, because the way they labeled the seasons was like so confusing. But I give it a 7 out of 10. It's not bad. It's not good. It's alright. Mob Psycho 100. Some people call it the better version of One Punch Man, and some say the opposite. Mob Psycho follows a kid named Mob who has these crazy psychic abilities. He wants to just be a normal kid, but with his powers it's almost impossible. He works with this dude named Reagan who's a self-proclaimed psychic, and they try to control his powers by doing all sorts of things. The thing about his powers is that they're greatly increased depending on how his emotions are. Like, if he gets really mad, he can get to 100% and just like body you. Reagan is easily my favorite character though from the show. From having funny moments to just being a good ass dude, what is there to hate about him? Like, sure, he scams people, but so Logan Paul did it. Only way you could hate Reagan is if you got scammed by him. When Reagan got exposed though, it was kind of funny, but like I did end up feeling bad for him. Like usually anime has generic ass abilities and shit, but I actually enjoyed Mob's power, especially when it reached 100. The art style got fire, everything got fire. His ability was just crazy, like he could do some crazy shit. Mob Psycho also did a good job at teaching you some life lessons like self-love is important or accepting yourself for who you are. But overall, I was not disappointed at any time with this show. I'd say it's a cool 8.5 out of 10. Last but definitely not least, we got solo leveling. Who doesn't know about solo leveling? You deadass can't go on TikTok without seeing that ore farming ass nigga, bro. The main character is probably the biggest ore farmer of all time. Like, sure, the anime could be predictable at times, but I really enjoyed the whole idea of the system. And nothing can recreate the feeling that all of us had watching the first few episodes. Well, at least me. The character wasn't able to beat everyone. He was pussy and like he was getting fucked up by goblins. He needed healers. But nowadays, bro could just kill anything he wants, revive it, put it on his team. Shit, he could kill the healer, make the healer join his team. This nigga's broken, bro. But I ain't even gonna talk too much about solo leveling. It's pretty popular. Y'all niggas know about it. I'm pretty sure if you don't, you're probably living under a rock like fucking a pussy. Fuck you. Pussy. Fuck you. I think I'm gonna give this anime an 8.5 out of 10. Alright, now it's time for the second segment. We're gonna do a tier list with these 10 anime. Alright, and we're back with the tier list. As you can see, we're gonna keep the progress going. Every time we do another part, we're just gonna add the anime to it, and we're gonna have a big ass tier list going. Now that we have some already placed, we could easily use it to compare it to these animes and decide where they're gonna go. So Black Lagoon, I wouldn't put it in S tier, as I wouldn't put it above any of these. Would I put it above Baki and all these? Yes. Is it on the same level as these? I think that's kind of fair to say, yeah. Mob Psycho, that's a hard one. It's either A or B. Like, I really enjoyed it, but I don't know if I'd watch it again. I'd watch these three again. Based off that, I might have to give it to B. But it's definitely the highest rated of B for sure. The rest of these aren't rated in any order, but this is, I don't know. I can't decide. Cowboy beebop. Legendary pick right there. Legendary, but is it legendary enough? It might have to go A as well. It's not legendary enough. What's this shit again? Solo leveling. Yeah, that's easy. That's straight B. It's not finished. It's not like, there's not too much to it besides, like, you know, it's just solo leveling. Not much to say. Chainsaw Man, definitely an A. Might end up S, depending on how they pulled it off. I don't know. Devilman Crybaby S tier, goated, amazing, perfect, just mwah. Don, another B tier. Mashle Magic, first C tier for sure. It's alright, but not that good. Durarara, yeah, it's gonna go C too. C's not bad though. Like, it's just like not as good as E's, but it's not bad. And last but not least, S tier, Steins Gate. Steins Gate just, watch Steins Gate, bro. And that leaves it off. This is the final list. 20 animes so far. Soon we're gonna have fucking a million.